Hello everyone, in this tutorial we going to create the spinning chain of the motorbike. So to review, we already have the motorbike that we have the suspension working, and this motorbike we have SM chain, and this is we can check the collision, simple collision. We already changed it to the box collision. If you don't have it, you can remove collision this and then add box simplify collision. So let's get started. First go to motorbike, blueprint, PPP motorbike. Go to viewport. We change the speed of the camera so be easy to control. We need to create the spline for this chain. Add spline. And move it to this gear. We can change this for smooth translation. Place it under this. A bit right. And we can change this position. Scale it down a little bit. Next, move it to the gear. Or you can select and hide this body. Change visible to false. And we can rotate it a little bit. Next, we change to this translate tool and press Alt and drag this to create another point. Move it up. We rotate it 90 degrees. And then move it scale this a little bit. The same with this, we scale it. And then press Alt and drag. And rotate. scale, press L again and drag. Change to this location. Scale. And we change this left a little bit. L and drag. Move it down. Rotate. (90°) and place it in the center. Scale it down to make the circle. The same with this. Scale it down and click on this spline. Search for closed loop. So enable closed loop. And we scale this. Only this point. Move it up a little bit. This one we scale it to have the circle. And now we have the spline to be the path for the chain to move it along this spline. Add a variable. This variable name is chain mesh. This is static mesh. Object reference. Compile. We need to set the chain mesh. Motorbike SM chain. Go to we find the body and set it to visible again. Visible, set it to true. And we add the pin. Get the chain mesh. Get bounding box. Split it. Vector. Get ABS. Then add this vector together. Split this. Promote H2 variable. This name is H length. Then get spline. get spline length, divide by x length, truncate, call for loop to add the chain, last index, add static component, static mesh component, and this component is the SM chain, and we set collision enable to no collision. Next, we add a static mesh variable, name it this, and this is array. This array add this array, we change the type to static mesh component. Static mesh component, click reference, then add. And save. Next, we need to create the timeline. Create timeline, add timeline, timeline, add timeline, and open this. Set the length to 1. Add track is float. This track name is alpha. Add float. Time is 0 and 0. Next is time is 1 and value is 1. Add another variable is float single. This name is timeline length. Th, and this set to 1. Create a custom event. This event name is play timeline. Play from start. Get vehicle movement component. We get forward speed. Absolute greater than 0. Like float 1 and 0. Divide by 2. Divide by timeline length. Get timeline component. We have this timeline. Set play rate. So we stop to animate the chain when our vehicle speed is nearly 0. Next we get spline. Get spline length. Linear interpolate between 0 to this spline length and connect alpha. Get mazes. Call for each loop. And this array of this static mesh component, we get the index multiplied with x length, add with this value to animate it. Then promote to variable. This variable name is distance along spline. Set to the loop. If it greater than spline length, we restart it. Get distance along spline. Subtract with spline length. And set to distance along spline. Create a branch. When this true. Next, we need to set the element location and rotation. Set world, location, and rotation. We set it when it falls to. And get spline. Get location at distance along spline. World space. And we use this distance along spline to new location. Get rotation distance along spline. World space. Set this distance. Can out save. Next, we need to call this play timeline. So in the begin play, we call get timeline, set play rate is 0, and play timeline. Compile. We can check this chain with to make our vehicle stay at the same location. We can change this physics asset and move this down a little bit so it under this wheel. Now when we play, the vehicle will move up. We need more so the wheel don't touch the ground. And now let's move forward. This chain didn't animate, but it is pounding to the correct location. It didn't animate because when we finished this timeline, we didn't play it again in loop, so we call play timeline when we finish. It also done working because this forward speed, we use the forward speed to set the play rate. So when the vehicle don't have the speed, it don't move the chain. So we disconnect this temporary, and now we can see the chain is moving. And let's reconnect this and reset this physics asset, move it up. And play. Now we can have the chain rotating. But when the suspension is moving, the chain didn't move with the wheel. So we need to adjust it. Get mesh. Get bone. Transform. Suspension B. RTS component. Split this. We can promote these two variables. This variable name is initial wheel location. Then we get spline, get location at spline point. Local motor variable. This variable name is initial location 0 for the starting point. We can check the spline index. Let's check this. This is the spline 0, index 0. Here, input key is 0. This is input key is 5. And this one input key is 4. So we only move these 3 points of the spline. Let's get this. Index. Point index is 4. Motor variable. Initial location 4. And next is initial location 5. Point index is 5. Change it to 5. Next, we create a function to update the chain location. Add a new function. Update chain locations. To update, we get the location of the current suspension. Get mesh. Get bone transform. Or TS component. Suspension B. You need to have the correct name to get correct transform. This also RTS component. Then subtract with the initial value. Get spline. Set location at spline point. The first is index 0. And we get the initial location. Add with this. And set to this location. This is local coordinate space. I forget to change this name. This is initial location 4. Let's promote this to variable. Initial location 4. And update another point. Location 4. Get initial location 4. Add. Like this. Like to this location. And this is point index is 5. Get initial location 5. We add it with this value. Then we call this update in event tick. Update chain locations. So now our chain is moving along the suspension. It is working. So we already create the spinning chain for the vehicle. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this tutorial, please hit like and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for my patrons member who are supporting me. Your support really means a lot to me. See you in the next tutorial.